Families these days are on a schedule like never before. School ends at 3:20, then soccer is at 4, and then swim practice starts at 6. You know how it is. You also know that it can be a challenge to make sure that your kids are getting enough nutrients to keep them going and still have an appetite for dinner. Joining us now is Stacie Billis, who is helping make this a whole lot easier. She's got a new cookbook, and she's also the author and blogger of One Hungry Mama. Thank you so much for joining us, Stacie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So you say that you want to make it easier on parents. How do you go about doing that? Where do we start?
Well, in my book, Make It Easy, of course I have recipes. It's a cookbook after all, and most of them are quick and fast and easy. But I also have some back pocket ideas. These are things that you can whip up really quick. Also, I want parents to have all the tools that they can to make life in the family kitchen easier, and that includes brands that I trust. So there's a supermarket guide in the book that's basically my cheat sheet to my favorite brands.
That's
so,
super
for
helpful.
example, oh, great. Isn't it? Like, you know, parents just need to know what to buy. They need to know how to cut through the junk and find the good stuff, because there really is good stuff out there.
So how can parents be sure that the after-school snacks that they have are actually fueling the kids and not just filling them up with stuff?
It is hard. It's such a rush, isn't it? And you want something that's portable, that's nutritious, that's easy to make. So I combined some of these non-recipe ideas that I talked about from my book with store-bought products. So for these non-recipe ideas, these things that you just have in your back pocket and can whip up really quick, we have hard-boiled eggs, which are packed with protein, easy to make ahead of time. You can even do it on Sunday and have it all week long. Also, ham and cheese roll-ups are great and packed with protein as well. My kids are obsessed with dates because they're so naturally sweet. I just stuff them with cream cheese that's been mixed with a little bit of cinnamon for natural sweetness. But when I don't have time to whip something up from scratch, which happens, sometimes I don't even have the 5 or 10 minutes it takes.
Yeah.
That's when I look to my pantry, right? That's where that supermarket guide comes in super handy. One of my favorite brands for after-school snack time is Made in Nature. They make fantastic organic snacks with clean ingredients, and my boys are obsessed with their new product, nut-filled Figgy Pops. Nut butter-filled Figgy Pops.
Interesting.
Delicious. Oh my gosh, they're so good, and all they're made with is dried fruit, nuts, seeds, almond butter, cashew butter. It's basically an energy bite that's already portioned, already made, wholesome ingredients that you know and will recognize in a convenient package right at your local Target or Walmart. It's amazing.
Wow.
So, you know, it's about mixing this up.
Yeah.
Some homemade, some store-bought, and having it all ready to go for you.
Yeah, forget the kids. I want that now. It sounds delicious.
Well, it's true. I eat these and hard-boiled eggs all the time to keep me going.
Absolutely. Well, talk about the tips that you have just to keep organized for after-school activities and sort of planning ahead.
Well, you know, listen, meal planning is really key, but some parents just can't or won't do it. They just don't have the time, and that's okay. You can just do a couple of things. Again, hard boiling eggs is really great. The dates take no time. I have here also banana smashed with cinnamon and vanilla for, again, natural sweetness without added sugar between graham crackers. You can pack a whole bunch and keep it in Tupperware in the fridge. And that doesn't take 2 hours on Sunday. It takes more like 15 minutes. But again, making sure that your pantry is packed with store-bought stuff on those weeks when you don't have the time is really key as well.
And we talked a lot about the snacks, like right after school or headed to these sports activities. What about when you do have a little bit of extra time for those home-cooked meals? Is there one that you really love that's sort of your go-to?
Oh, for dinner, I mean, you know, there are so many in here. One of my favorites are these sheet pan fajitas that I make because they're completely vegetarian. The bulk of it comes from sweet potatoes, which are so nutrient dense, and my kids love it. I mean, my older kid is that kid who whenever you serve him something, he's like, where's the meat? But these he loves. They're hearty, they're delicious. And you know, you just find those few healthy ingredients that your kids really love, and you stick with it. You keep changing it up. You mix and match it with different things. And that's really what the cookbook is meant to do. Help you figure out those basics that work and change them up in all different ways.
Thank you so much, Stacie Billis. So much important, or Billis rather, so much important information. And you can pick up that Make It Easy by One Hungry Mama cookbook in bookstores now. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland.